Hello, everybody. We're joined today by Netrioid, another interview.
Hello,
Roster
guys.
roster changes abound, and yeah. So current situation is you're off the Kings and you are onto the Scarabs with Snoopy jumping into mid lane for Bronic. Is that right?
Yeah, that is correct.
Cool, cool. So it seems pretty sudden from the outside looking in, I guess. Can you tell us a little bit about like the timeline of like when these roster changes were decided? Did it all go down this week? For context, for people watching, it is Tuesday evening just now. So do you want to talk about like just the timeline of how this all came about?
Well, it was pretty messed up because the timeline isn't the ideal. There's like it is really close to Worlds,
Mhm.
and of course the timing is just so bad. And the thing is that I didn't even knew about it. Like I didn't even know that was gonna happen until like this weekend.
Mhm.
And it wasn't something they've been even talking like for a long time. It was apparently, from what I heard, it was just like something that happened from the get-go, like in 1 or 2 days pretty much.
Okay, so the decision came through. I guess they some of your ex teammates chat about it. They made the decision pretty quickly, and you were told, I guess, Sunday or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the situation with the Scarabs. Did you get offered a spot by the Scarabs? Did you reach out to them? How did that come about?
Well, when Worlds is close, you are hungry as well, right?
Mhm.
You wanna play Worlds, you wanna give it your best, you wanna see how far you can reach. And of course, I wasn't waiting for an invitation. I'm not that type of guy. I like to get in there and just talk as many people because I feel like as long as I have an opportunity to demonstrate I can be one of the best, it doesn't matter the team I am. I'm just gonna keep being me, and that's why I reach out to them.
Yeah, yeah. And with the new squad, I guess, do you feel like do you feel super hyper motivated right now? Do you feel like this is gonna like do you feel like you're coming back into the pro league angrier, maybe better than you were before? Do you feel like this is gonna motivate you to perform even better going into worlds?
Oh yeah, for sure. It is always like that on any player. I feel like as long as they want to be in the SPL, as long as they want to win, it always like shocks you like that. You just want to be better. I wouldn't say angry because I am not that type of person.
Mm.
I don't like end up hating people by just making decisions because we're all humans and we can all make mistakes and we can all learn from them. And I don't judge them, so I'm not angry. I would say I'm just hungry and I'm just trying to win it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Makes a lot of sense, and it's yeah, it's one of these things. I think oftentimes when a player, when teams go through roster changes, you can come in more motivated, and you end up seeing the best of somebody just after it. So
Yeah.
it'll be interesting to see how that goes for all parties. Still, I guess it's 2 years you and the Kings have been together. You know, you came through into this team out of Sanguine, I guess, and I don't. Did you know these guys particularly well before joining the team, or was it kind of your first experience of them when you joined up the start of last season?
It was my first experience, honestly, being on a team with like fully English speakers.
Hmm.
At first, it was pretty. I will say I was kind of shy because English is not my native language,
Hmm.
and of course, you feel like sometimes kind of weird about it. But after that, they helped me a lot. Like I feel like they're great guys. They are easy to go with. Like when it comes out of the game, they're really good friends, and they helped me get through that language barrier and through that emotional things I can be, like I said, being shy or something like
That's awesome. It's super cool to
that.
hear that it had such a good effect on you. I mean, towards the end, I guess like it must be a difficult situation being so, like good friends with people, and like it seems to me like you guys are good friends in and out of game. You spend a lot of time with each other. Um, like going to bars and going and playing sports and things like that. Does that
Yeah,
make this like a little more difficult for you?
yeah, it definitely does because I don't want to go into details, but
Hmm.
it definitely feels. I'm really upset. Like I'm not angry. I'm just sad because I feel betrayed because since I said I'm not gonna give like any context or any like a specifics thing,
Hmm.
I'm just gonna say it was a shady move. Like it was like getting stabbed in the back because it wasn't like really a team. I mean, everyone is just gonna say like it was a team decision, but in reality, it wasn't. I'm not gonna name people.
Hmm.
So it was just from the get-go, and someone just started making like a tantrum, saying like, "No, something needs to change or I'm leaving. And it was like pretty awkward, and that put everyone on a rough spot. But I'm not, like I said, I'm not gonna put names. I just feel bad because I will never be the guy of making roster changes. I will never do that to someone, especially before Worlds when we are like grinding for it, when we have been winning for it, when we have been wanted
Mhm.
that, and it feels really awkward. And I felt upset. I felt upset, but at the end of the day, life is like that. There are some like highs and downs, and you just gotta learn from it, you know.
Yeah, definitely. And I guess seeing as I guess you feel upset about it and you feel like it kind of came out of nowhere. Is it correct to say that like you didn't have any indications that there were problems or that there was a roster change coming before it happened?
Yeah, exactly. I was just told when that decision was pretty much made, so I didn't get to like. I got to talk to them in
Mhm.
person because I wanted to as soon as I heard about it. It it didn't change. It didn't change nothing, but at least I got to talk to them in person,
Yeah, yeah.
and that's the thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
hmm
once the decision was made, I guess it couldn't be unmade in some people's minds. I suppose is the
Yeah. hmm
Well, new squad wise, you and the Scarabs boys, you're hooking up with Heroin, Snoopy, Sam for Soccer, and Scary D.
Yep.
How are you feeling about that? Are you feeling like what are your expectations going into the end of the season? Do you feel like you have time to build up a roster that can have a go at SWC?
Yes, for sure. I mean, I have good players. I don't know them like as a person. I'm just getting to know them as when we screen, when we talk out of the game, when you're
Mhm.
hanging Discord, or maybe when we just like go out and stuff. I just get to know them well, and I know that they are good people, and I know that they are really good players. Like scrims wise, has been going really great. We have
Mhm.
like there's something has clicked right away, and I feel really, really good about it because most of the times when you change teams, one of your preoccupations is like, are we gonna do well or not, right?
Mhm.
So I felt like that wasn't a problem. We just got clicked right away. We're performing really good, and I feel like we. I mean, I know it can be a little bit delusional, but I will say I can see us being top three, even top four right now,
Awesome.
honestly.
That's
Yeah.
sick to hear. It's cool to hear. And I guess seeing as we're coming into like a brand new patch, the patch just dropped today, right? It's
hmm
some fairly big changes. They're trying to shift the meta anyway at high res. How do you feel like that helps you guys coming into a new meta and it being all new ideas, or do you feel like it would be the same either way? Do you think the meta shift doesn't really make a difference?
I think the meta wise always changes the way teams are, the way they are on the standings and stuff, because some teams are good in a specific meta and some teams aren't. When it comes to our case, I will say everyone is willing to play the meta gods. Everyone is willing to play what is good.
Mhm.
Everyone is willing to like try out stuff. So I wouldn't say the meta defined us right now from what I've seen. I will say we're just gonna get used to any meta we are, and we're just gonna play our game, you know.
That's awesome. It's cool. I'm excited. I'm really excited to see how you guys get on and excited to watch your this weekend. Do you have two or three sets this weekend? Do you know?
We have two. We
Okay.
play the Valks and into which one was it? I think it was Warriors. Yeah,
Ooh, Valks and Warriors. Two, yeah, that'll be good sets to gauge yourself on, I feel like,
yeah,
definitely.
for sure. hmm
Cool. Well, that was it for my questions. Is there anything you'd like to say before we finish up?
I would like to always let people know that regardless of what I've said, like I don't want people like sending hating comments to anyone or anything, or just trying to be like, oh, we need to figure it out who he was talking about. At the end of the day, I just treat them like friends, like everyone. There's nothing to hate about. I love them to death, and I wish them the best, of course. And anything for the people that follow me or think that I'm still a good ADC and stuff, I'm really happy whenever I see people saying like, "Oh, you keep doing yourself, or you can be in yourself, or keep grinding, stuff like that." I really appreciate those comments. So yeah, love you guys.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Netrioid. Thanks for coming on, and looking forward to watching you in the Scarabs this weekend.
Yes, for sure. Thank you.
Thanks, man. Love you. Bye.
Love you. Love you. Bye.